Hi, I'm Joseph Gerbesco. I'm 33 and I am a makeup artist out of New York City.
Hi everyone, I'm here with Joe and I'm so excited. In this episode of Trying to Make It, we went to the IMATS convention and completely stepped into Joe's world where we met all kinds of new people and saw all these incredible makeups, and I even got to help paint a look with Joe on a client. And if you don't know, I mean, he's pretty much a big deal. I don't know if anybody really keeps up with SFX or media makeup or any of that stuff, but Joe has done quite an impressive amount of work in only 4 years of doing makeup, which is insane, and I really want to know more about how, like, just 4 years, really?
Really, my timeline happened very, very fast for me. I finished school, I did one student film, then I worked on a feature film, I did Miss USA, I got my job at Alcone, and then I was on Face Off.
Oh, we'll go over here. Phil, he was on my season. We'll go say hi to him real quick. Over there you'll see Phil. He was from my season of Face Off. Oh, this is okay. Thank you, love it. He was the cute one.
So Face Off, which I mean is something that Joe is probably most known for. How did that come about?
I wasn't even out of school yet, and they had seen a picture of a makeup that I did, and they loved it. They loved it so much, and they were like, "Oh, this is awesome! Like, you should audition." And I was like, well, first of all, I don't know how to do 2/3 of what you need on the show. Like, I don't know how to mold, I don't know how to sculpt, I don't know how to do any of this.
Oh, I really hate molding. Like, it's like my least favorite thing, but I am so good at it. Like, it makes me so mad because I'm so good at it.
You know, so I did my first makeup, and they were like, okay, great, do another one. I'm like, okay, I'll do another one. And so I did another one, and then they're like, okay, great, we need like a full audition video of, you know, like, okay, great, we love it. Once you're in LA, it's the final round of auditions, but there's 3 days of auditions.
And this whole time, what was going through your head? Like, oh, I got it in the bag, or oh, I'm definitely not going to make it to that round.
Well, you don't know, you really don't know, because you're just like, you're sitting there waiting for a phone call. So I get this like random phone number, and they were like, hi, this is Face Off. Are you driving? I'm like, what's going on?
Why, would you crash your car?
Yeah, well, they're like, well, we have some very important news we want to tell you, and we just want to make sure that you're like...
Sitting down.
Like yeah, sitting
not
down.
Not operating vehicle or heavy machinery.
And they're like, I just want to let you know, you've made it. Oh. You're going to be on the show. We start filming in 1 month. I think getting on Face Off really validated my parents' curiosity as to whether or not makeup was going to be like a career validating thing for me.
Suddenly I go to makeup school, and my first job is Miss USA, and suddenly I'm working on movies and things I never thought, and I get IMDb credit, and I'm like, these are all things I never thought was gonna happen. It's not until I talk about it with other people that I'm like, oh, I did do that.
And like doing a makeup, like people think, oh, you just like did a makeup, like there's no depth to it. I'm like, no, like that was 3.5 hours of like intense, like focused concentration. Like I just made art on somebody's body. I'm touching you all day. I'm not just touching you, I'm touching everyone. That's my job. These hands are touching people. And it's a very intimate experience. It's one of those things that like a lot of people don't think about. People aren't touching you, touching your face, in your hair, like literally in your eyeballs, seeing you naked. Like you really have to make sure that you establish that respect pretty quickly. You know, you have to respect the trade, you have to respect the craft, and you have to, you know, just like make them feel good, comfortable, because you're doing something that nobody really does to them. Yeah.
When we do makeup, like nothing matters. No matter how important you are, it's like, I don't care. I'm doing my makeup. I love sci-fi. Sci-fi is by far my favorite. I love aliens, I love anything like that. But I also love creating like iconic, simple characters. Something that like you can do at home. Like if you think of Beetlejuice, yeah, it's like looks elaborate, but it's still simple. Like crazy hair, a little green on the mouth, some blue on the eye, you know. Simple, iconic is kind of my favorite way to go. Oh, we're about to meet Anthony. He was my special next teacher.
What's up, brother? How are you?
Hello. Oh, she's just interviewing me. Yeah, so he taught me pretty much everything I know. And I, you know, obviously like Face Off was such an amazing experience for me. I loved it. But it's just something that like, I don't know, it's just like a job for me. It's like just something I like tried to do. And obviously it's a very, like, it's one of the most important experiences of my life. I did it for myself. I wanted to see, can I do it? Because you sit and watch TV and you're like, I can do that. And then you're like, but can you? Like, you have no choice. There's 15 cameras on you. You know, you can't just flake out. You can't just stop and be like, I give up. You know, I've had so many educators reach out to me and be like, I loved your persistence. Like, even when you knew it wasn't going great, you never gave up. You know, but it's one of those things. I want people to feel that the makeup industry is safe for everyone. That if you're 6 and you want to make gashes and wounds and aliens, that's something you can do. There should never be any limitation to your age or your abilities. You can be a makeup artist.
How much does it cost? Because you're a freelance makeup artist.
Right.
So how do you make a living, and how much does it cost?
A lot of, like, when you're starting out, you're maybe making like $100, maybe, even if you're lucky. But I'm talking about materials, equipment, transportation. I have to own a business, like, because I just opened my own LLC last year. You are a corporation at this point, and like, I have to have insurance, so if I accidentally poke your eye and you can't see anymore, you know, there's so many things that you as a makeup artist have to be very aware of. The thing about like New York City is I know that between November and February, the jobs are not there. I've been very lucky. I've been sent overseas and done other things. And it's, okay, yeah, great. I made $5,000 this month. But I need to make sure that that $5,000 is gonna last me November, December, January, February.
Stresses me out, and I'm not you.
I love doing special effects, so anytime I get to put a prosthetic on someone's face is amazing. You know, and doing special effects makeup or makeup for film, you know, it's fun to watch the transformation happen because, you know, this incredibly shy person could sit in your chair and halfway through the makeup they just become this new character, and they change. They are no longer shy. They go out into the world and they're just bold, and you know, I love watching that. I love watching the transformation happen. That's my biggest like joy in this, is watching people turn into other characters. My advice for anyone who wants to get into special effects makeup is practice. It doesn't matter if you have $5 product, a $50 product, just practice. Learn anatomy, that is huge. Learn just basic highlight and contour. I mean, a lot of the makeup that I do is actually very basic once you learn the fundamentals. It's all about your creativity at that point, and never be afraid to be creative. Try something, glue something on that you never, like rhinestones, glitter, like it doesn't matter, just be different and don't be afraid to just go on it. And really that's the biggest thing, is just try. As a makeup artist, I think the biggest thing is there's going to be people who always have an opinion about what you do, whether it's good or bad. Usually it's bad. They don't matter. Like, that's not, if that have nothing nice to say, will never have anything nice to say. They're either envious or bitter or have their own issue. Because you are creating art, really. Like, makeup is for yourself. You do a body painting on someone else. Do it because you're passionate about it. I guarantee you there will be people who love this and are moved by it and respond to it in a way that you never expected. Don't listen to the negative reviews. That's what, I guess that's the whole crux of the thing, is keep trying, keep working, practice, and love yourself, and just have fun. This is like, what a crazy fun industry, and I can't believe that I make money painting.
So if you're honest with yourself about what you want to do, and you hustle and you try and you believe in yourself, it will happen. And it did. It happened to me. I got to do things I never thought I would do. I was on TV. I competed in competitions. I'm working at one of the biggest makeup shows in the world. And Just a couple years ago, I was just a nobody, nothing, that knew nothing about makeup. So when I look back at my career, because they're like, oh, you're an award-winning international makeup artist, and you're like, no. Actually, technically I am. Like, I don't think of myself as that. I just still think of myself as like Joe who does makeup. But like, yeah, that's who I am. And like,
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Trying to Make It. It has been such a pleasure.
oh, it's been
filming.
so much fun.
I mean, this whole experience has been amazing, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you've let me be a part of and for being part of my channel. It's been amazing. Would you like to tell the people at home where they can follow you and see your work?
Yeah, you can totally follow me on Instagram at Joebezko, Joebezko. That's where I post all of my makeup work. I really look forward to hearing from you. Please never be afraid to send me this thing, the things that you do. I love supporting everyone in their endeavors as artists.
And until next time, see ya!